A stranger walks into a room. You haven't spoken to them, you don't know their name, you don't know anything about them, and yet in less than 1 second, your brain has already decided whether you find them attractive. Not maybe, not possibly, already decided. Naked Attraction figured this out before most psychology textbooks caught up. And what the show accidentally teaches us about how humans judge each other is genuinely disturbing. For anyone unfamiliar, Naked Attraction is a UK dating show where one person chooses a romantic partner from 6 completely naked strangers. No names, no job titles, no personality, just bodies, revealed progressively from the feet up. The chooser eliminates people at each stage until one person is left. Then, and only then, do they talk. Most people's first reaction is that this is shallow, superficial, even offensive. But here's what psychology says. This reaction is based on a lie we tell ourselves. The lie that we don't judge people by their bodies first. We do, every single one of us. Naked Attraction just removed the pretense. Research from Princeton University found that people form judgments about strangers in as little as 100 milliseconds. That's 1/10 of a second. In that window, your brain has already assessed attractiveness, trustworthiness, and social dominance before they've said a word, before you've consciously processed their face. This happens because of a region in your brain called the amygdala, your threat and reward detection center. The amygdala doesn't wait for your rational mind to catch up. It processes visual information almost instantly and fires a response. That response is what we call a first impression, and research consistently shows first impressions formed in milliseconds are remarkably consistent with impressions formed after much longer exposure. In other words, your snap judgment is usually your real judgment. You just dress it up in more polite language afterward. Here's where Naked Attraction gets genuinely fascinating from a psychology standpoint. In normal dating situations, your brain runs attraction through multiple filters simultaneously. Physical appearance, social status signals, clothes, grooming, posture, vocal tone, facial expressions. Behavioral cues. These filters exist because humans evolved in social groups where mating had consequences beyond just 2 people. Choosing the wrong partner could affect your status, your safety, your resources. So your brain developed a multi-layered screening system. Naked Attraction strips away almost every filter except one, the body. And what this does is force your brain into a mode it almost never operates in during modern life. Pure biological assessment. No status signals. No social performance. No carefully curated first impression. Just the raw biological data your nervous system was originally designed to evaluate. The result? Contestants on the show report feeling oddly vulnerable. Not just physically, emotionally. Because when the social performance layer is removed, something more honest takes its place. Here's the part that makes people uncomfortable. The research on physical attraction is not kind to our self-image. Studies consistently show that physically attractive people are judged as more intelligent, more trustworthy, more competent, and more socially skilled before they've demonstrated any of these qualities. This is called the halo effect, and it operates completely below conscious awareness. What this means is that when Naked Attraction contestants eliminate someone based purely on their body, they are doing something we all do every single day. They're just doing it openly, without the social script that tells us to pretend otherwise. The disturbing truth Naked Attraction exposes isn't that those contestants are shallow. It's that the rest of us are equally shallow. We're just better at hiding it behind dinner conversation and dating app bios. And there's another layer. Research on body image and self-worth shows that most people project their own insecurities onto physical judgment. When we say someone is not our type, we are often describing the features we are most insecure about in ourselves. Naked Attraction, by making this process visible, holds up a mirror that most people would rather not look into. Against all logic, some Naked Attraction matches develop into real relationships, and psychology explains exactly why. When you remove the social performance layer from the very beginning of an interaction, something unexpected happens. The people who remain, who make it past the physical elimination, enter conversation without pretense. They know the other person has already accepted their body. That knowledge creates an unusual psychological safety. Research on vulnerability and connection, particularly the work of Brené Brown on vulnerability and human bonding, shows that when people feel genuinely seen and accepted without performing, emotional intimacy forms faster, and runs deeper. Naked attraction creates exactly this condition, involuntarily, by design. The couples who work from this show tend to be the ones who experience that psychological safety and build on it quickly. The ones who don't work are typically the ones who can't move past the initial physical transaction, who treat the show as the end of the process rather than the beginning. Here's the final uncomfortable truth. Naked attraction gets millions of viewers, and the most common thing those viewers say is, "I watch it for the psychology. I watch it to understand human behavior." That's partially true, but research on media consumption and attraction psychology shows something else is also happening. Watching others be physically evaluated activates the same neural pathways as being evaluated yourself. Your brain runs the same attraction assessment on the people on screen that the contestant does. You're participating in the experiment, just from a safer distance. Which means naked attraction isn't just revealing something about its contestants. It's revealing something about everyone watching, including you, including me. The show didn't create our tendency to judge by appearance. It just made it impossible to look away from. And maybe that's the most valuable thing it does, not entertain us, but force us to be honest about how human attraction actually works beneath the surface. If this video changed how you think about attraction, subscribe, because we go this deep every single time.